Hi everybody. As many of you know, in 2017 I started to vlog more. I feel it's important to bring you all along so you can see a different side of the story, but vlogging for me comes with a lot of challenges. I'm out on the streets, I'm under a bridge, I'm at some event. I have to produce content for a lot of different channels. Vlogging sometimes takes the back seat. I will never video if I don't have somebody's permission. You add all that up and sometimes I just don't get the content that I would like. However, for videos like this, it's so awesome, the content, the story, I gotta make it into something. This video, we meet Manda for the first time. She takes us under a bridge where her camp is and shows us how she lives. Then a friend of mine who works for the city of Seattle takes us on a tour of 2 sanctioned tent cities. Then the next day with Haynes, we pick up Amanda and we go and we give out socks to tent communities and homeless people downtown. In full disclosure, I sometimes consult with Haynes and Haynes gives me socks, but in no way am I being compensated for this video. How I first met Manda is she posted this photo on one of my Facebook pages. I facilitate an online support group for homeless people and I connected Manda and then we became friends. This year's Haynes campaign, we shipped 3 smartphones to 3 homeless people, and they recorded a day in their life to be shared on Instagram and educate millions of people about homelessness. Manda was one of the wonderful homeless people that shared their story, but I never met her in person. Any outreach worker will tell you it's challenging to find a homeless person's camp for the first time. There's no address to put in a GPS. After a bunch of running around getting lost, I finally found her. Just called Manda and she said she'd meet me and there she is. Don't know if you can see that woman with a dog way down there, but that's Manda and we're gonna meet for the first time in a moment. Oh my gosh. Hey, your puppy. What's happening, pup? How are you?
This is Ro.
You don't look like a homeless person.
That's what everybody says. Let's go to camp.
No.
When I say that she is even on the floor. When she sits, I get transfusions. And like last time my blood pressure dropped and it took 3 hours instead of the 2. She lays on the floor beside me when my blood pressure dropped. She started whining an inch closer. 24/7.
Yeah.
She's with me.
So this part we have to be careful because of the traffic. This is her walk. This is where she walks. This is how she gets to her camp. Oh, we gotta cross over?
Just wait. So I said, you gotta be up and it's dangerous here, so I need you to be with me here, because I have to watch for Rowan. Go. It's kind of muddy.
Huh?
It's kind of muddy. Now.
Wow. No, I'm fine. I'm just a little heartbroken you live under this bridge. This is where you live?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And I made it hard to get to so they can't sweep us. That's the reason we're coming in through here. There is another way, but it's trails down. So that you have to hike it. I just brought you an easy way.
Well, being the old fat guy that I am, I appreciate it. How the heck are you?
Hey, I'm alive.
Yeah? Do you mind if I videotape?
I do not.
Okay. Wow.
All right. You have this chair?
Oh, I get a chair?
We
We have tons of chairs. We have so many freaking chairs. It's unbelievable because, like I said, I'm left over from a community that was much larger, and I'm still picking up from. I can show you around first if you'd like.
Sure.
Each one of these tent spots, these ones, and all the rest of them, all those little flat spots have been dug out by me. That's all me. You'll see these little spots into the blackberry bushes. That's because when blackberry season was going strong, I had to, you gotta use your natural resources, okay? And blackberries are so yummy. So my campmates dealt with blackberry pancakes, blackberry syrup, blackberry everything. Down here is where we go. Do you wanna go down in there? No, okay. That's where I go get firewood, those little trails up in there. Over here, of course, is like the fire pit, and this is like the community stuff. It's a mess, of course, because where else am I gonna put it? Honestly, there's just nowhere. So this is stuff left over from Gypsy. This is canned goods and things because we cannot have anything really other than that here because of rats. Rats are freaking horrible, and it's getting towards winter now, so they're starving, so they will eat anything. This way. This is where I am gonna build my home if I don't get one.
Wow.
I'm gonna try anyway.
Wow.
I put it down into little steps because my brain injuries are pretty severe, so I have some issues with executive functioning. So my notes are hilarious. So I went back over them, and it's great. They're laughable, but it's working because see, I've got it started, and I've even got the little. I'm not sure. I think they're called rim joists. I'm not altogether sure, but the little book said little pieces of wood. Got them cut. So, this way. This is my restroom, and in it, you just unzip the tent like this. And this is thanks to Mark Lloyd. He is an amazing gentleman who does this for homeless communities and helps us out so much. And it seems like a very simple thing, but oh my gosh, such a huge deal. It saves us from having to dig holes and all that jazz. And it's just a bucket with a toilet seat on it, and kitty litter, garbage bags, hand sanitizer, toilet paper. This area down here is where we've got dishes, laundry, body washing, all that. It's kind of piled up right now because I've had absolutely zero time.
So
dishes, laundry. I've got a sink that when I build a little thing, I found a sink that I can away with the storms. There's my shovel. It's a mess. I feel so bad. I just have been just throwing stuff down here because I've had no time. And then this is our little path to collect firewood up there. That's where I usually go when the trees are down.
And you said there's rats here?
There's rats everywhere. Oh my gosh, they're huge. There's rats, there's raccoons, we have a number of wildlife around here. It's not like you would think house rats. These are nature rats. They're big. These are big.
House rats.
You are airing my dirty laundry.
Literally.
Literally airing my dirty laundry. Oh, lovely.
Okay. You got.
Like everybody else does have dirty dishes in their cat thing sometimes. Oh my god. It's not like company's coming. It's been like 4 doctor's appointments.
Yeah, that's what you've been in the hospital going to all these health appointments.
I had an infusion this week, and it's been between the regular doctor's appointments, my infusions take a long time, and they kind of make me feel a little icky afterwards, and this time my blood pressure dropped and had me really nauseous. Several times while Manda was showing me around the camp, she became emotional. Okay, where do you want to go down? Imagine how it must feel having company come and everything's dirt. I'll take a picture of like the mess, okay? Because I didn't have time to get everything.
So Manda, you know why it's perfect and beautiful?
Why?
Because you're perfect and beautiful.
came back, and they're beautiful, and they sing so pretty, and they started about like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and so the traffic's really quiet during that time, and so all you hear is the birds. And once I take, and the reason I got this here is because of wind. If you notice down here, look at all these trees down, and over back there, it used to be full of trees. It's completely clear now. The windstorms have knocked this, oh my gosh, it has done so much damage. So there's a good thing we're under the bridge, is because it's been bad, but I had this up for wind protection, and I'm glad when I can take it down so I can see my forest again, because that makes it better. That makes... All right, see you guys later. Have a great day, okay? Okay.
Now we're headed to meet with some friends that work for the city, and they're taking us to one of the homeless encampments. You got this thing on the dog. What's that thing?
Her sweater?
Yeah. But it's to make you feel good, right?
Well, yeah, because she's adorable in it.
We're here at a Safeway, which is a grocery store, and we're buying toilet paper because we're going to a homeless camp, and I don't like to go into a homeless camp without gifts. And I don't have enough socks for everybody until Wednesday, and Wednesday is going to be a big event where we're bringing socks for all homeless camps. Manda is arguing with me about toilet paper prices. I want to buy this whole box. That's a guy. We just want to grab a box and get the hell out of here. But she is doing...
That's not $4.99 for a box. That is $4.99 for this, right?
Right.
All right.
So the other one's cheaper.
Wait. You got 30 rolls here
So...
for 15.
You got what?
30 rolls right here for 15.
And why is that important?
Because you can give more toilet paper to more people.
Ah, you win. You win. So now we're arguing about garbage bags.
Some things are better to get the better.
So when it has to do with your ass, you can cut on money, right? But for garbage bags...
No, because it's such a big issue, because they can't just rip and tear, or you just are gonna go through 2-3 of them.
Wouldn't that be the same with toilet paper?
Well, seriously.
Now loaded up with toilet paper and garbage bags, we go meet my friend Lisa to tour 2 of the city's sanctioned tent cities.
This is one of the 6 camps that is sanctioned by the city of Seattle. We have a permit, and actually we pay for the services. Usually we pay for the land, we pay for rent and some of the other operating costs. And I think there's about 50 people that are here at this camp right now. This camp just moved. I think they're 6 weeks in, so it's still...
Do they still have to move every now and then?
No, this camp's here for 2 years.
Awesome!
Yeah, and so...
Is this the first
Awesome!
time? That's a good question. Is this the
Now tell me what's this behind you?
This is the Ici Office. We greet the people who come with the donations. We do intakes with people who need a place to stay. We have room in our men's dorm, and we have 3 beds, cots available in our women's dorm. So we do a quick research of the people, if they're felons or sex offenders. We go online and check that in a 3-day period. And then we do a permanent intake where the person is given the home or given the cot, and he's welcome to TC, or she is welcome to TC5. That's our job, is to kind of weed out the troublemakers.
We're at one of the 6 sanctioned tent camps in Seattle. This is Tent City 5. I'm an old hippie, so I just love that this is self-managed, run by homeless people, for homeless people. But to be honest, everybody should be in housing. This shouldn't even exist. You know, the city of Seattle, if they could, I'm sure they would get everybody into housing, but there's not enough support for that. There's not enough resources. There's definitely not enough housing. So this is the Band-Aid.
7-person dorms. We have a woman's dorm here and 3 men's dorms. These were the newcomers come in to find and research whether they want to join the community and be a part of it, and whether they can mesh with the other residents that are already here. And so it's sort of temporarily until we get more platforms built where we can put the smaller shelter logic tents so we can put groups of 2 and 3 people together. We're still shy of about 7 houses on our site here, so once we do finish with this other thing that's going on and we can open this up to us, then we'll have 7 more houses to fill and more family and couple platforms and tents. Eventually, when we get our services, then we'll have flushing toilets, hand washing sinks, showers, and then kitchen sinks and kitchen facilities all set up on the sewer and water.
But this shouldn't even exist.
But it does exist because we've insisted that we have the decent things that everybody has in order to have equal access to cleanliness, healthiness, and to feel like we're our community. You know, we're part of a community, because we've been ostracized for so long for being homeless that nobody would take the time to find out why I'm homeless. We have a communal kitchen where people can share, where we share the food that comes in, that gets donated to us, and we get together and we have our weekly meetings where we elect officials that are part of the camp structure that runs the camp, sets down the rules and the bylaws.
I'm coming.
Yes, sir. See, we've got future things planned here. We're supposed to have more houses here, but we're going to put in some temporary platforms and put some shelter logic tents so we can shelter more people off the streets. Because we've had some sweeps in the area by the local police, and so we get people showing up on a daily basis wanting to come in. As you can see, we've got plenty of donations. It's that time of year. And we've got some of dinner left over from last night, some of breakfast, and lunches showing up all the time. You can see we just had tons of donations. We had a group come in this morning and bring us toiletry, bags, and sack lunches for the day. And it's the holiday season, so we're a little overwhelmed with food, but we share with our other camps, our other sister camps. When they get nothing, sometimes we get a lot of things, and so we share with them. We're still working at setting up our kitchen because, like I said, we're really new and we still need a few things like a refrigerator. But we have a microwave, toaster oven, 3 gas burners, gas heat. We do have electricity now. We've been running the camp for the last month on a generator, so we were going from like 7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
So you're just missing...
We need a refrigerator here.
A heated floor.
A heated floor, yeah.
And an electric range.
An electric range. Put it on electricity.
Yeah.
Some of our wish lists are very big, but you know what? It's not much more than a wish list that you'd have when you have a house.
Yeah.
It's going to the garbage soon, because when you
Yeah, but why are you throwing out the burritos?
Well, because they may be old. They're from last night.
Okay.
So we're gonna
but it's
find, we don't
gotta be-
have any refrigeration. See, if we had refrigeration, then we could hold on to it.
A little update. After I left Tent City 5, I started a fundraiser to get them refrigerators. And thanks to all of you that support Invisible People, we raised enough money to buy Tent City 5 2 refrigerators, and they were delivered just the other day by Best Buy. Best Buy home appliances delivering to a homeless camp is priceless.
This is the key right here. To having a key to lock up your private personal possessions, to have a place to call home. At least I've got a little place, you know? Everything I can possibly do, I'm making use of milk crates, so.
Yeah.
I was blessed. This house had a dresser and a bed and a bedside table and some wall furnishings, and so I've got hooks to hang clothes behind the door, a few little Christmas things. And
my friend Lisa has a car that I can barely fit into, but she wanted to drive.
So although this is not a circus, we are now in a clown car. and they got us all in here, Lisa's car. And if we hit a bump, I'm going through the sunroof. If you find this camera someplace, please upload it to YouTube so people will know how I died. Can you tell us a little bit about this camp?
Yeah, so this is one of the encampments that the city has sponsored. It's managed by Share, which is the same group that we just met with at Inner Bay. There's about 60-ish people that live here, and it's a community. The people that are here have a wide range of things that they're struggling with. There's case management. This camp gets a meal delivered every day, a hot meal, because some of the folks that live here have been on the streets for a really long time. So cooking and such is not something that they need to sort of get back into that.
Now, why does the city sanction camps?
Why do we sanction camps? Because we need to keep people safe. We need people to be able to sort of figure out what's next, right? And have a safe place. I think in the other video you saw Panda talking about he had a key and he could lock his stuff, and that's important that people have a place where they can legally be, yeah, and be with other folks.
The difference between this camp and the 10 cities is that the 10 cities are all self-covered by homeless people, which works really well. This camp is a low barrier encampment. What it is that because people's addictions, all the 10 cities are clean and sober, so therefore they can't go there. The city had no place for anybody with addictions, hardcore addictions, to sit there, go anywhere, so they opened this encampment. That means they can sit there, do anything but the privacy of their own homes or in the dorms. That means that we won't turn anybody away for any reason, unless if people get into fights, or they steal, then we ask them to leave. Yeah, we opened on April 5th of this year. We have a total of 67 residents right now. We have 29 small houses. We have 2 dorm tents, one for men, one for women, 10 people for each. We have 2 couples dorms over here that hold a total of 8 people, 4 different couples. There's bus tickets for them to get to medical appointments or for whatever they need it for. We have a shower pavilion in the back for people to take showers. Unfortunately, our washer's down right now, otherwise we have washing facilities. Honey buckets, porta potties, but otherwise we have a total of 6 people that have got housing since we've opened up. We have another 4 people slanted to head out within the next few weeks.
This is Licton Springs Tiny House Village, and it's low barrier, meaning that, to me, a harm reduction model, that people here can still use drugs, but it's a safe place, and this is a transition into housing. And I mean, there's a lot of different arguments about harm reduction model. People are out there using drugs. People are out there abusing drugs. People are out there doing all kinds of stuff. Here, it's a safe place, and there's case managers, and it's a path for a better life.
Lisa,
Yes.
thank you. Gosh, you
Thank you.
automatically went and posed.
Let's talk, shall we?
Yes! Oh, okay, so we can talk.
Thank you very much for
pleasure.
escorting us today.
My pleasure.
It was a unique experience, as always. As you said, you're starting down this path of only a few sanctioned 10 cities, and now there's a bunch, and it's a Band-Aid.
It's Band-Aid, yep, but we met people today and heard their stories, and, it's their Band-Aid.
Right. And Manda here, who is homeless, I mean, it's got to be. You're so smiley.
I'm sorry.
It's hard for me to get people
Aren't
to
you
believe.
supposed to be sad? You're homeless.
Right. Or they're going to say you're on drugs. She's got to be on something.
Yeah, she's on happy.
I'm on me, and that's been my life story. And, okay, just a quick thing, and it's probably gonna make you upset. But honestly, if I could be brutalized as a small child and still be okay because there's glitter on the ground, I'm gonna be okay now and smile. This ain't the worst that's ever happened to me.
Why would you say that would get me upset?
Because it's not about homelessness.
Well, this is
So we can only talk about homelessness?
Well, if you're wondering why I'm smiling now.
God. Well, thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Come see me again.
Today was a big day. Started off taking 2 people from Haynes corporate office under the bridge to meet Manda. We're back at Manda's camp. I never thought I would be at a homeless encampment with people from Haynes, but today we're picking her up. We're going to a couple tent encampments. Gonna give out socks. Many years ago when we started this sock thing, I never ever thought I would be under a bridge with Haynes, and that is awesome. We then drove to Nicholsville and Ballard and partnered with We Count to give socks away to 10 cities in Seattle. This is Graham.
This is Mark.
We have not done an interview like this.
6 years?
Could be.
Something
and it
like
was
that.
right here in Ballard too, wasn't it?
It was, right down the street.
So we're here in Nicholsville. Many of you know I adore the tent encampments, although it's really a slap in the face because they shouldn't even exist.
Well, we should have housing for all.
We should have housing for everybody. But until then, it does provide a safe place for people. They're not out on the streets.
That's right.
That offers an alternative to shelters who often don't allow couples,
That's right.
or they don't allow pets. And, you know, here we are in Nicholsville, and believe it or not, many of these people actually are out working today.
That's right.
They have jobs, they just can't afford a place to live.
That's right. This is affordable housing.
This, oh my gosh, Nicholsville is affordable housing. Tent camps, oh. I never thought of it like that. That's powerful. So what are we doing here today?
Well, we're here giving out 5,500 pairs of socks all across Seattle.
5,500?
That's right. One for
That's
every person.
a lot of socks.
It is. Well, we've got a lot of people who are unsheltered in Seattle, and that's for one for every single person who's
Wait.
unsheltered.
There's 5,500
Yes,
homeless
there are.
people?
Actually, there are 12,000 homeless people in Seattle.
That's street homeless.
That's right.
5,500 people slept outside last night.
That's right.
It's freezing cold. It's damp. It's wet. It's rainy.
And this provides a great place for them to get out of the cold.
Yeah.
Right? And it gets a place for them to get stable ground under their feet, to get to work in the mornings, to have a place to rest their head at night, and to work through all the various issues they might have that might keep them on the streets.
Yeah. So tell me about We Count.
Well, We Count is a nonprofit that helps you donate directly to people in need. You can ask for items. People can ask for items anonymously, confidentially, and you can donate it directly to them through social service sites. So social service sites provide a safe place to pick up items, to drop off items directly for people in need.
Today we're partnering with Haynes and We Count and connecting Nicholsville and a bunch of other tent communities in a shelter with socks.
That's right. That's right. And we're going to be visiting downtown Seattle at the Westlake Center, right in the big shopping center. We're going to be giving out socks, about 1,000 pairs of socks to everybody who's in need, as well as shoppers, and saying, hey, you know what? These socks are for anyone in need. Why don't you give them to somebody on their way back to your car, or put them in a box of socks near you? Because we can all do little things to help make a difference in someone's life.
One of her favorite parts of the Starbucks is puppuccinos.
Manda loves coffee, and she especially loves Starbucks coffee.
So we're here in Starbucks
Hi.
because somebody likes coffee.
I do.
She likes coffee a lot.
I do. It keeps me going
And when you're homeless, you got to keep going.
all the time, constantly, always.
And you're going to have a pastry too?
Yes, I'm kind of hungry.
Good.
I would like the lemon.
You're enjoying that too much.
It's good.
You are having an emotional moment with lemon cake.
It's really good. You don't even know.
Well, I can tell by looking
More
at you.
people should get
Starbucks, Lemon Cake. Starbucks in general. I really like Starbucks.
If you want to connect to homeless people, you need to listen to homeless people. Manda took control and we headed down to Pioneer Square to hand out socks.
Manda's on a mission, giving out socks to everybody she sees.
What company are you from?
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm just homeless handing out socks.
Thank you. That's right on time.
I live up in the jungle. They gave me some socks to hand out, and I'm
Right.
happier to shit to just start handing it out to people.
You're
We
the
need
shit,
we
but
need
that's in a good
socks.
way.
I know that.
Did they just call you? Did they just call you the shit?
They did.
Manda, you're walking around handing out socks.
Yes,
You're having a blast.
I am.
Tell me about it.
It's wonderful. Giving back, paying it forward, and you know what? They're people.
Now,
They're my people, and I love it. I love the fact that it's different when it's one of your own handing it out. It really is. It makes a difference. Like they just said, like they're like, yeah, what company you from, what charity, what corporation? I said nothing. I'm homeless like you. I live up in the jungle. They just gave me a bunch of socks to hand out, and I'm more than thrilled to start handing them out to everybody. She's like, hell yeah. You know, that it makes the difference. Oh my God, to know that we care, everybody. Like there's kindness, there's love, there's hope. It's huge.
yeah.
And oh my God, it makes me smile from ear to ear. I got big cheesy grins.
So
Oh,
the other day,
yeah.
you told me that homeless people in Seattle think that I'm the shit.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
And I didn't know if that's good.
It is. Did you just hear it? I was called?
Right. But I thought, and yeah, they called you the shit.
Uh-huh.
So we're two shits.
We're two shits. We're the two shits.
So I've always paid much more attention to what homeless people think of me than service providers.
Right, I feel that.
And I'm the shit.
Me too. So now hopefully people will give two shits, huh?
I hope so.
The next stop was a local shelter to hand out socks to everyone.
How the heck are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. So tell me what we're doing here.
So we're at DESC, the Downtown Emergency Service Center in Seattle, and we are getting an enormous and really generous donation of socks from Hanes to assist people here at DESC. We shelter hundreds of people every night here at DESC, and we assist really thousands, about 3,600 people a day with permanent supportive housing, mental health services, and shelter. And so this contribution is an enormous gift. And if you're familiar with Seattle, you know that it gets pretty rainy here in the winter, so socks are an essential item that we provide to folks, so it's really a tremendous contribution.
So I love this organization. I was lucky and honored enough to interview your CEO.
Yeah.
I think a couple years back.
Yeah.
I just love how you have low barrier services and you provide housing the best you can throughout Seattle.
Yes.
But it's challenging.
It's extremely challenging. It's a challenge that is impacting communities around the country, the West Coast in particular. We're seeing growing numbers of homelessness, and we know that this is really a national problem that our local communities are trying to deal with.
So you also have another gig now.
I do, yes. I am a state representative. I represent the 43rd Legislative District here in Seattle. I was elected last November to that, and it's been a great challenge and an enormous opportunity to be able to do that. And really at a time when we're seeing a lot of challenges around homelessness and affordable housing, to be able to bring that perspective to the legislature, it's been really great.
Totally amazing, because we need more people that have, real experience, boots on the ground fighting homelessness at a political level that can do something about it.
Yeah, we know we need our state legislatures around the country to be working with our local communities and with our federal government to really solve this problem. So I'm glad to be there.
Cool.
Yeah, it's great to see you, Mark.
Great to see you. This is Carol, and Carol works for Haynes.
I do.
And today we went under a bridge in Seattle to see where Manda lives. And I'm besides myself. I still haven't processed it. That you guys did that. You went with me. You're out here, and it was genuine.
It was an amazing experience, and it was one that I'm so grateful to have been a part of. Words can't really even express what a difference it's making.
Because now you guys, when you go back to Winston-Salem, it's even more so in your heart.
Absolutely.
And so tell me what we do today. What's all going on here?
So, gosh, we've had a full day. We went and we met Manda. We looked at where she lived. She showed us around. She showed us how she lived. She's talked to us about her life. We've handed out socks. We've visited tent encampments. We've visited a shelter. We've met so many wonderful people. We have seen the look in their faces when we give them a pair of socks, and it's heartwarming. It's amazing. I would tell everyone, give someone a pair of socks just to see the reaction. It's important to them. It's helpful. They need them. It solves a huge need, but it will make you feel amazing too.
This is Jeff. Jeff works for Haynes. He wanted to go hand out socks with me last night.
I did, very badly.
Tell me about it.
It's great, fantastic moment. We spent a couple hours downtown handing out socks. Just loved it, loved every minute of it.
Now, how did it change you?
It's definitely an eye-opener as far as, goes back to your invisible people theme. That everyone's out here. They're trying to make it. They're just trying to make it day to day. And sometimes just a moment to recognize that is all it takes. Cool. And then you try to pass it along.
And we ran out of socks.
We did.
And he went into Target.
I did.
Guess what brand he bought?
I did buy, of course, Haynes.
It's the only sock to give away. It's the only sock to buy.
The last event of the day was by far the most fun. Manda's passion to give socks to other homeless people was contagious. She was unstoppable and hard to keep up with.
Can't keep up with you.
Oh, you're still a sock. Sorry.
So I went back to, we lost you, and then I went back to wait because I knew you'd be out of socks rather quick.
I'm feeling amazing. I think that we did something amazing tonight. And I think that this is beautiful. And I feel good. I feel happy. I feel really happy.
What was that?
She gave me the most precious thing she owned. As a blessing.
Anymore?
Did you know her?
Never met her before in my life.
And you gave her socks and then she gave you that?
Because it feels good to give. And that there are a lot more blessings out there.
It's awesome! Awesome!
What an amazing night walking around downtown Seattle. Carol's from Haynes. Manda lives under a bridge. And we're all giving socks to homeless people. 8 years ago when I first started giving out Haynes socks and Haynes started giving me socks, never thought we'd be doing this.
We've just given out 5,500 pairs of socks in Seattle. That's one pair of socks for every person living unsheltered in this city. And it's amazing.
And why is socks important?
Because it's freezing out here and short socks don't work. But I mean, they do work, but I needed really long socks really bad, so.
We're in Starbucks with AP, Associated Press. They're picking out photos from today to put on the wire. I just looked, and Amanda's GoFundMe is around $3,400, and I just told her.
So I mean,
Come on, tears of joy. Tears of joy.
It's just a full care.
So this is only half of what they said. Yeah.
A couple of times I've got to know somebody who's experiencing homelessness, and I go and see where they live, and I spend a few days with them, and then I have to drop them back off. And it's not easy, but it's even harder for you because you live under a bridge. But I also have a feeling this is a pinnacle moment that it's not just going to stick with you, it's going to stick with us. And you've made a lot of connections. I don't think you're going to be under that bridge very long.
I hope not.
You know?
I hope not. I hope not. But it's not the end all either.
It's not, but we've got to end homelessness for everybody.
We're going to end homelessness.
We are?
We have to keep saying that.
Yeah.
That's where we need to be. We are taking action to end homelessness. We are taking action.
Yeah.
So that's where it is.
Hear that?
We are taking action to end homelessness.
You hear that? So
we are doing.
Yep. If you found any kind of enjoyment, education, if this video made you cry or smile, please click the like button.
Yeah.
If you'd like to see more of these and you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. All the links down below, it will go to her. She video blogs. I gotta add her photography page. I forgot that one. And support her. And, we can end homelessness. She just said it. We're going to make that happen.
And be kind.
And be kind. And support us on Patreon. Because without your support, none of these stories would even happen. And, this last couple of days was really amazing. In a lot of different levels.
Right?
And you're probably the biggest part of making it amazing.
I don't know about that. I think that there were a lot of people that came together, and I think that it was a culmination of a bunch of different people, and I think that, a bunch of different people came together, and a brand also that a bunch of people backed. And Haynes also had a part in this, and I think that we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that.
Well, it's kind of why we're all here.
Yeah, I know, but
that's all happened because of sock.
We have not said that yet.
Well, you just said it, so now we can say goodbye.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Be kind to everybody.
Yeah, that.
See you, kiddo.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Give a squeeze. Be safe.
Take care of them. All right. Be in touch.